Now, just a few days ago, I was telling you guys how Akai had to go ahead and push back the release of the public beta. And then today, they tell us that they're going to be releasing the public beta. So, of course, you know I had to make a video about it.
Bolo!
Now, if you guys are looking to get an MPC or to get any type of equipment for your studio, make sure you guys go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to zounds.com. You guys know they have a whole bunch of stuff on the site, and they have a whole bunch of stuff on the site that does not require a credit or background check. All you have to do is order it. They will ship it to you, and you can just make monthly payments. All they just need is a credit or debit card hooked to the account, and that's it. So if you guys need anything, go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to zounds.com and get you some gear today. So yes, Akai has finally released the new 3.0 public beta, so you guys can go on in here and use it right now. There is a link in the video description so you guys can go ahead and get it. Now, before you go ahead and do that, I'm going to tell you guys something. If you do have an MPC and it's not properly registered, you will not be able to use this beta. So for all you guys who got these MPCs a little hot off the streets and you don't have it registered the right way, you're not going to be able to use this public beta because you have to register that MPC serial number and it has to match to your account. Now, everybody else who did it the right way, you can go ahead and get it. But if your MPC is a little hot, you ain't gonna be able to get it. But it's really easy. Just go ahead and click that link. Go ahead and fill out the information. They'll send the download and everything. And then all you have to do is just put the serial number in and then you can go ahead and use it. Now, why am I making this video? Well, some of you guys were saying that it looks kind of confusing. You don't like how the GUI looks and all this other stuff like that. Even though there's already tons of videos that show you how to pretty much get started, I'm gonna do a very quick video showing you guys how to make a quick beat on here. I'm not going through all of the features. I'm not going to do everything. I'm just going to show you the stuff to get you started. Okay, I'm just going to show you the stuff to get you started. And then I'm going to make a series of other videos to show you guys how to work the MPC 3.0 software. That will come later on down the line. But today is just to show you guys how to get started on your first beat. I haven't even scrape the surface with this video, okay? Because it takes a lot more to do this. I know some people got master classes and stuff like that. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to show you guys how to use it. And then if you got any other questions, you can watch some of my other videos on the 3.0 and then you can see how I use it, especially the first video I made on the MPC 3.0 beta. You guys can see how I kind of use it and you can see some other features as well. Let me go ahead and plug this thing up and show you guys how to get started on your first beat with the MPC 3.0 beta. All right, so I got my MPC Key 37 here with the new 3.0 public beta pulled up. And as you guys can see, it is a little different from the 2.0 series of updates to your MPC. I think the last one was 2.15, but this is the new 3.0 beta. And I'm just going to show you guys a few things in here to help you on your journey to get started. The first thing that you're probably going to need to do is you're going to need to set your quick little side right here. These are all like your quick tabs. So you have everything in here that you're going to need like right now, like your most favorite things you're going to need. You want to put them in this quick little tab right here. So right now in my quick tab, what I have right here is I have, of course, my track view where I can do all my linear editing at right here. Then I have my track edit right here, which we'll get into that. Then I have my mixer right here. And then I have my pad mixer, which I don't have anything on the pads right now. And then I have my sounds, so I can just get directly into my sounds. Now, the cool thing about this is you can swap these out. So you can just pick this up and say, for instance, you want to take your track edit and swap that out or take it out, or take this step sequencer and put that down here. You can do that as well. So you can move all of these icons however you want to move them. So let me go ahead and move this back to where it was at. And I'm going to put that right there. And then they push this one over here. So let's drag this preferences right back over to right here. So it's very easy to move everything around. You can take whatever you want and put it over here in this quick little tab right here on the side, and you're pretty much done with doing that. Now, so far as like making arrangements and everything, this is how everything looks, okay? You got your sequence stuff at the top. You have your tempo right here on the side. You got your bars, your start, your end point, your transpose right here, your loopers right here, your sequence edit right here. Okay. Then you have all this right here. You have another edit that just does the plugin and even for the arrangement edits right here. So you can go ahead and copy track, duplicate track with events and duplicate track. You can do all this. And this is going to be more for this with the arranger side right here. So you can actually go in here, and then once you go on the arranger side, you have more stuff that you can do in the actual arranger side. Okay. But we're going to stay on the plugin side for right now. So we also have, we have a monitor. We have it in auto right now. We have our length, sequence. So it matches up sequence. We have our velocity and our transpose, which is off right now. And then we actually now we can go ahead, and if we want to do a pad perform, it's already right here. Pad perform is right there. And then we can duplicate everything right here if we want to. So if we want to duplicate the same plugin, we can actually do it. So right now, I have this on a plugin track right now. I have it on hype and got this on right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very quick beat. And I want you guys to kind of just see how I go through this. And I'm going to talk my way through it as well. So let's go ahead and make something really quick. We got something at 4 bars right here. And let's go ahead and put this in here. So all of the transport settings, everything works the same. So if you get lost on this screen right here, just go ahead and just use your buttons, okay? If you don't feel comfortable with this, everything else works the same, okay? So that's the cool thing about it. So let's go and add something real quick. All right, cool. So we got that in there, and I forgot to mention at the top, we have our quantize and we have our metronome as well. So our quantize stuff is right here, and then let's close that. And then we have our metronome stuff right here. So we can make all of our changes right there. So I almost forgot about that. I just went ahead and recorded 4 quick bars. I did it in double time at 120 BPM. And I want to go ahead and add another track. Now, there is a couple ways we can do this. But say, for instance, I want to add another plugin track. Now, I can go ahead and I can press new track, or I can go ahead and I can duplicate this. But I don't want to duplicate it. I want to add a new track. Now, back in the day, which wasn't that long ago, but back in the day, what we could do is we could just press this little plus button. We can't do that no more. We cannot use the plus button anymore. That's going to take us into the sub mix and all these other mixes right here. For us to make another track, we have to press new track. And then from there, what we can do is we can either add an audio track, a drum track, plugin, key group, MIDI, or a CV track. What I'm going to do is we're going to do another plugin track. So bam, we have another plugin track. And then now it automatically makes a new plugin track, and we don't have to do anything else. Like before, we would have to like change it and say it's a new plugin. That way it won't play the old plugin track, but this automatically takes care of all that for you. So this is basically a new independent track, okay? So that's the way we can do it. Now, when we do that, now we can use our track plus and minus right here, and then we can scroll through the tracks, but we only have 2 tracks. If I try to do another track, it's going to take me to the sub mix again, and we're going to have to make another track, which we will in a second. Now, let's go back to that first track real quick, and as you guys can see, we put that pluck in there. What we can do now is go to the arrangement part, and if we have to make any changes, we can just go to arrangement, and we can see everything right here. Okay, we can see everything right here. And then if we have to make any changes, all we have to do is just double tap, and it'll take us right into that view where we can make any type of changes in our arrangement or on this particular track. So let's go back to main. We're going to go back to plugin, and then now we're going to go back over here to track 2. So now what we're going to do on track 2 is we're going to add another sound in here. I'm going to go right here where I have my little quick function right here where it takes us to my instruments. I'm going to go right here to fabric, and I'm going to go to the pianos, and I'm probably going to use something like a Studio Grand, okay? So I got that in there, and I'm done. Now, if I want to make any changes to this Studio Grand, the cool thing about it is all I have to do is click on this little icon right here. I can click on that, and now I can go into the Studio Grand and make any type of changes I want for this particular VST instrument inside of the MPC. All right, so that's very quick and very easy to do. So what I want to do is I want to add just a low little note on here. Just add that in there real quick. So let's go ahead and add that. All right, so we got that in there. Everything is done. So we have 2 tracks in here, okay? And then I don't like how I, kind of shorten that last note up. So what I can do is I can go to arrangement, and I can go right into here. And then right here, it's just a little short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to edit the end of it so it'll go all the way to the end right there. So there it is. Let's edit that. It's all the way to the end. We're done. So we can go back to main. And let's go back to, we can leave it in the range or plug in, and then we can just press play. All right, cool. So we got 2 melodic sounds in here, and everything's sounding pretty decent. But let's go ahead and mess with some mixer volumes real quick before we add some drums. So let's play this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select on my mixer icon here, right here on the side on my quick little side thing right here. I keep forgetting the name, but it's a little quick side slide function thing. So all we have to do now is click on this, and then bam, we have it right here. Let's turn this down a little bit. We can either turn it down with our finger, or we can select it and then use our wheel right here and do that. And then we can take this right here. Just turn these down just a little bit. All right, cool. I think that'll be cool for right now. So let's go back to main. So now what we can do is we can add some drums in here, okay? And so in order to do that, there's a couple ways we can do it, but I'm going to show you guys a new way I've been doing it since I've had this new 3.0. So what you can do is add new track, and then we're going to press drum. Now, the cool thing about this is we can actually load up drum kits, or we can load up individual tracks, and then we can just actually use disc streaming that way. So it will stream directly from the disc, so we don't have to load up a whole drum kit and then it saves that file and then does all that other stuff. No, we can just take the individual files that we need. Now, if we did have a drum kit in here, and say for instance we want to either use that drum kit on multiple tracks, all we have to simply do is load up the drum kit and then press copy, and it will make a whole nother copy of the drum kit on another track. The good thing about that is it does not copy the drums. It just copies the actual kit, because the kit will be saved in, it's like a sample library, and it will just copy that from that sample library. So it's not copying the kit twice or 3 or 4 times. It's just pulling from that sample library every single time. Okay, so it's a little bit different, but it's all the same. But either way, I'm going to show it to you either way. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit browse right here. So now we're in my drum programs, and I'm actually in my X Factor kit, and I already have a program for that. And I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I'm going to load that drum program up. It's going to load up all the sounds that are in that kit. All right, now say for instance, I want to go ahead and add a hi-hat. So what I can do is I can go in the kit, and I can add a hi-hat. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I just added a hi-hat. Now, the way I like to make beats is some people like to use the same track to put all their drums in, and then later on, they'll go ahead and separate everything. I like to do mine track for track. So what I'm going to do now is I want to add a clap to it, but the clap is still in my drum kit. Now, like I said before, what I can do is I can just press right here and just make a duplicate of that drum track, and it automatically duplicates that on the following track, which is now on track 4. So now you would think that it just doubled my drum kit, but it did not do that. It went ahead and put it on that track. And what it's doing is pulling the samples that are already in the sample pool that's from that drum kit. So it's not doubling anything. It's just pulling the samples. Okay. So I have the whole drum kit now on this track, but it didn't double the kit. It's just pulling from that sample pool. So now I can go in here and I can find a clap. And let's just say this clap right here, and let's add this clap real quick. All right, so we added a clap in there, and pretty cool. We got a clap in there. Now, we can go ahead and keep, duplicating the drum kit if we want, but there's actually another way we can add our drums in here as well, and we can just add them in here individually per track. So what we can do now is just press a new track, hit a drum track right here. Now I can actually go over to my drum kits, and I can go to my Bolo kits, and then say, for instance, I want to go to maybe like my Buffs kit. So now I'm inside of this percussions right here, and I'm going to use this bell right here, and I can just load this up right here, and it's loaded onto this pad right here. And then I have this bell in here. So now I have this bell on its own individual track. It's done. And the cool thing about this is now I can turn this bell into a key group, and it's very easy to do that. All I have to do is double click right here, and then I can go right here to the key group, and then now I have a whole key group. And then now I can use this bell. So let's go ahead and add this in here real quick. All right, so now that we got that bell in there, let's go ahead and add another track in here. Let's go ahead and add like another percussion. So let's go ahead and add a new track. Let's go to drum. Let's go to browse. What we're going to do right now is we're going to add this little hood zap that I got in here. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's put it on this right here. We're going to load that up. And then now we have this. Now I know some of y'all are like, okay, so how can we edit these tracks or whatever? How can we edit this? Well, if you want to go ahead and edit it, you can still do the same things. You can go right here to sample edit, click right here to sample edit, and it'll take you right there. And then say, for instance, if you want to get there a little bit faster, what you can do is you can actually take the sample edit and then put it over here into this little quick side over here. And that way you can go ahead and edit your samples. This is how I have mine laid out. And it's just basically one click, go to sample edit, and you're right here. It's done. So let's go ahead and add this in here real quick. All right, that bell's a little bit too loud. Let's go ahead and turn that down. Let's go to mixer. Let's turn that down. Let's get about right there. Sounds decent in my headphones. I like to mix on the speakers, but it sounds decent in my headphones. So let's go ahead now and let's add an 808 in here real quick. So of course, let's do the same thing. Like I said before, we can't go to like add another track. We can't do that because it's going to take us to the sub mix. We got to actually hit a new track, and then either we can load up our drum program again. We can double that from another track, or we can just add it individually. Just go to drum right here, and then let's go to my X Factor kit, and then let's find a nice little 808 in here. Let's stay with, let's do that one right there. Let's load that one in there. And then now let's go ahead and make this into a key group. And then, let's go ahead and add this in here real quick. And then just like that, we just made a very, very simple beat, and it didn't really take no time. I've just been talking the whole time with you guys. But now that we have that done, we can easily just go over, and then we can go ahead and then we can edit this. Now, We all know, we've seen other people using the editor. Some people are very split about editing this way and editing with our sequences. From what I hear, they are putting the track mutes back in the sequences. It's just going to take an update. We still have song mode in here, but if we want to use our sequences, we have to actually erase what's in the sequence or automate it. But for what I'm hearing, I think they're supposed to be adding those track mutes back in there. But, you know, we'll see, okay? But as of right now, we can just go ahead and edit, which I've already done a video showing you guys how I can edit and arrange on here. It's not that hard. You can go ahead and hit edit right here, and then you can just go ahead and duplicate that, then duplicate that again, and then duplicate it, and then now you have this right here, and now you can start taking stuff out if you want to. So even like this bass right here, I can go right here, I could take this and say, for instance, these 8 bars right here, I want to take that out. I can just press edit and then press erase, and then take it from right there, and it'll take out those 8 bars right there. And when I play it back, and then you don't hear anything until you get to this next point, and then they'll start playing the bass after that. So this is just for you guys to get started. You know, it's just for you guys to get started. It works the same way. If you want to add in samples, you add in samples, and you can put it inside your sample pool, add it to a pad, and then once you go to a pad, you just go in here, go to sample edit, do all your sample edits and everything like that. If you want to do your warps, it's already in here as well. So I just want to just start off just showing you guys the basic part, just getting started making the beat. And then what I'll do later on is make more videos showing you guys about other ways how you can use the 3.0 software. But yes, the new 3.0 software is available for public beta right now. Click that link in the description and get it right now. And if you guys see any problems or anything, make sure you guys go ahead and hit up Akai and let them know what changes you want to see, or if there's any issues that even we didn't catch. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.